Hello and welcome to Truth versus Hype. The entry of Uma Bharti into the mainstream of politics has triggered anxiety within the BJP about her unpredictable ways, and within liberal circles whether this marks the return of the BJP towards hardline Hindutva. Over the next 30 minutes, has the rebel become a team player? Has the extremist become a moderate? An insight from here, from her campaign on the Madhya Pradesh-UP border into one of North India's most controversial and charismatic politicians. On the road with Uma Bharti towards her constituency, Charkhari, which falls in Bundelkhand, a poverty-afflicted region which straddles Madhya Pradesh and UP.
Charkhari ke liye main nayi nahi hu. Main to yahi ki hu.
She was born not far from here, on the Madhya Pradesh side, but she says state boundaries are irrelevant.
Bundelkhand is divided in two parts. Half is in Uttar Pradesh, half is in Madhya Pradesh. But the language and culture and food habits are same. And especially this village, Charkhari, I started coming here since I was 8 years old. And my political journey also, I spent much time here. It comes from a humble background because of the reasons. Otherwise, my father was a landlord, but he passed away in a very young age.
That story is part of her political rhetoric, the daughter of a poor farmer from this backward region with no education who rose to become a national leader.
मैं एक बहुत गरीब किसान के घर में पैदा हुई, सामान्य से परिवार में, स्कूल में लगभग पढ़ी ही नहीं। मुझे बहुत दिक्कत आती है बताने में कि मैं कितना पढ़ी हूँ, क्योंकि जब लोग मुझको पूछते हैं कि तुम कितना पढ़ी हो, तो मैं चौथी क्लास में 6 महीने बैठी और उसी साल छठी क्लास में 1 महीना बैठी, तो मुझे और फिर परीक्षा दी ही नहीं। तो जब वो हु इज हु लिखा जाता है तो उसमें क्वालिफिकेशन लिखनी पड़ती है, तो मैं क्या लिखूं यही समझ में नहीं आता है।
But the reality is different. Uma told us she has never really experienced serious poverty.
The time of hardship was only, I can say, 5-6 years. Because after that, my one brother became an engineer. And we got our lands back from the debt. So after that, family was okay. But 5-6 years were very bad, which I remember very, it's very distant memory. But my village was very poor.
The village was poor.
Yeah. Myself don't have taste of poverty much.
Other contradictions emerge. Uma's overt religiosity, it is well known, came from a gift she discovered at a young age.
Just erupted suddenly. One Pandit came from Banaras and he was reciting some religious scriptures. And he made a mistake in reciting it. So I got up and corrected him. And I was 6 years old.
You were 6 years old at that time?
Yeah. And I said, this is how it should be. Then he said, how come you know this? I said, I have been listening here because in the village those days, the only entertainment was Ramayana Katha. And he was reciting Ramayana, so I corrected him one slok of Ramayana that here you are wrong. And after that I became famous in the village. Then it took 2 years for my fame to get out from the village. And then Rajmata Vijaya Raje Scindia saw me at the age of 80 years old. After that, it was no looking back.
Equally well known, her mentoring by the Maharani of Gwalior, Rajmata Scindia, an early proponent of hardline Hindutva.
I am always a believer of Hindutva because of Rajmata Scindia, I came in contact with RSS Pracharaks and I like their lifestyle because the kind of austerity they live and they don't say about it. They live silently in it.
So you were exposed to them from an early age?
Yeah, very early age.
And that's what drew you to Hindutva and all of that?
No, Hindutva, I think because I was reciting Hindutva scriptures. So I was a believer of Hindutva since the very beginning. But it got a kind of, it got sharpened with when I came in their contact.
But the journey could have gone differently. The father of this Hindu firebrand was a communist.
My father was a communist.
Really? Your father was a communist?
Yeah.
Okay,
But that time he did not know that I am a communist. He used to fight against feudalism. You understand? And his friend was a communist. He used to fight assembly election. My father used to support him.
So he must have been an atheist as well if he was a communist.
Yeah, he never used to visit temple. And even my brothers, even now I forced them to visit temple.
Swami ji, amar rahe. Swami ji, amar rahe. Uma Bharti.
And as much as the Rajmata, she had another mentor. This one more secular.
मैं स्वामी जी से बहुत प्यार करती हूँ और मेरे अधिकतर फोटो वही मिलेंगे जिसमें मैं स्वामी जी का हाथ पकड़ के चल रही हूँ क्योंकि दोनों में दादा और पोती का अंतर था.
Swami Brahmanand, religious leader, philanthropist, cabinet minister, came from the same caste as Uma, the Lodhis of Bundelkhand, known for their spiritual bent.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.